Happy Easter, everyone. I sent my wife to the pool today, girls' day, and I'm gonna work on the Mustang. Sorry to leave you guys hanging. I have been working on this thing. Not body work. I'm trying to get this thing to run right. Ever since I pulled the distributor, put that ignition module in, it's run kind of funny. I think I'm down to the T of wides. It's either ejectors are clogging up or I ordered a gasket kit for the intake and one of the gaskets was wrong. So it may be kind of making it run poorly too. So I got a new gasket in today. It came in. I can't believe they delivered on Sunday, but I was expecting it tomorrow. But I have been tinkering with the engine, no body work. I'm gonna put that gasket, take that intake, not the whole intake, just the spacer and the throttle body, and put that little gasket in. It's not gonna take too long. I'm hoping to get this thing running correctly today. It has not been. It was running the other day, ran fine, shut it off, came back out, did not want to start, did not want to run anymore, spitting and sputtering. I'm down to two things. It's either fuel or this throttle body gasket. So we're gonna knock that out and I'll show you guys kind of what I've been up to this past week on it. But like I said, I thought the distributor might have been even a tooth out. Played around with that a couple of times. Like, no, this thing's still not running right. And I got it in time. I know I got it in time. And I actually ended up on the old marks that it was there because it was running fine, perfect. And that's kind of why I'm kind of leaning towards the fuel system. And it does have a new fuel pump, new fuel filter. I did put a new sending unit in, but it's not reading unless I don't have enough fuel in it. Maybe I'm just a little low. Need to put some more fuel in it. I did put some heat in it. We're gonna go from there. We'll try to get this thing apart. And I have been bypassing the EGR system. So I'm kind of working on that too. I did polish up the throttle body spacer while I had it apart, just tinkering around board while I was waiting on parts. But I'll show you guys that too. Let's get at it. I got a lot of shit to do. All right, here we are, guys. We're all opened up. So this is what I've done. I've definitely cleaned in here a lot. I do not like working on dirty, greasy. Can't even see the bolts, so greasy. It's not my thing. I'd like to keep my stuff clean. I haven't cleaned my truck in a long time. My engine, I bet if I pop the hood right now, it's still pretty clean. I like clean stuff. And eventually this car is gonna be very clean. So the only reason I popped this off, it was running great the other day, right? Well, the hose this nipple was broke off, so they didn't bypass it all the way. They still had the hose here, so this hose was just broken off, spraying water, causing a rust residue because this whole radiator system needs to be flushed out. So I popped it apart, and like I said, while I had it apart, I kind of polished it up. I did that myself. This is probably all going to get changed out eventually, but I did see they sold a cap and stuff, but there is just a whole delete blank off. It's not that expensive to do it. I'll probably in the long run do that. Like I said, I'm just trying to keep this car running decently at the moment while I'm doing body work. So yeah, we cleaned everything up. This thing is running like crap. This is the module I replaced, and ever since it's been running a little funny, but I'm not so sure if it's not injectors. You can see I got it right back on their timing line, and it's been running pretty nicely at that. So we'll see. It could be a little out, but it shouldn't cause it to not run where we have it. And it's either this spacer here, or this gasket. That was not right. When I got the kit, it says it was BB and K or something performance. It says it was for all of them, like all millimeters, 70, 72, whatever 68 was. This one worked fine. This one was not intercepting the middle ring at all. It was on the outside, so it was obviously wrong. I hope I got the right gasket. It came in, it's a Felpro brand, which I'm a big believer of Felpro, so we'll go with that. I'm gonna install that, maybe put a little bit more fuel in the tank, and try to see if we can start this thing up today. All right, yeah, you see how this thing was not intercepting right in that middle? It's like on the outside. That's all about, but thanks a lot, BBK. It's not what I needed. Oh, here we go. Here's the kit. Premium gasket kit. 65 to 70. Okay. Well, I guess I got some cool stickers. Maybe that'll give me some extra horsepower or something. Try them out. Here's the new gasket. Try to take it out. And hopefully it fits a little different. I don't know. Alright, check it out. Open it up. Got it. I don't know what the little extra tab there is for. I think I'm just going to put it forward. Oh, that's not good. We don't want to do that. Already dropped a nut down there. I got to look for. I'm going to put that tab just right there towards that bracket. I'm not worried about that tab, but it looks like it fits way better than the other one did. Oh, wait a second. Let's see a different way that fits. One edge has a little bit wider right there. Both sides. That's how it is. I guess the little tag is towards the bottom. It's no big deal. Cool. I'm gonna put it together. See how it goes. Alright, here we go. I got this thing back together. It took me a minute to get that one bolt I dropped way down there. I had a hard time finding it. It was in the K member. This is where we're at. All this is tightened back down. This is how I bypass this water line for now. I just got a short piece of hose and just went from both locations. It'll probably get changed later on. Probably just bypass this whole piece, I imagine. Well, I'll have to look into it. But for now, that's how it is. Let's see if this thing will start. Try to start this baby up. If not, I'm gonna go get some fuel, ejector cleaner, try to go from there and start doing a different route. Let's see. Battery. I knew that. I ran it dead trying to start it the other day. I'll just flip this around, just a little booster jumper. See, I got it set right. Alright. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Start up. Uh-oh. That thing, I don't know about you guys, I'm about ready to disconnect that thing. I hate it. As much as I have the door open to work on, I think that's what I'm gonna do. It drives me nuts. She ain't running good. She ain't idling on her own too good, but she is idling. But turn this thing around. a little bit of mist here. I can hear. We'll get through the little stuff later. I'm happy she's running again. I think I'm gonna start getting back onto the body work. This was my main factor. I wanted to keep her running. If I need to move this thing around, whatever, I do not want to be pushing this thing. And here we are. So it seems to be running pretty good. Shut her off, turned her on a couple times. I'm gonna let her heat up for a little while and then shut her down and then try it again in a little while. But so far she's running. Couple little fights and frustration, it's worth it. I'm addicted to this thing right now, so it's fine. It's taking a lot of my time. I got other projects going. You see, I mean, my truck's here. I'll show you this thing. This is another project. So a couple years ago, I got hit. Guy merged over into my lane and just ran me off the road. Didn't do a whole lot of damage. I did have to replace the light. This truck needs to get painted. I have the stuff to do it. I just haven't done it. Oh, Mustang's kind of surging a little bit. She surged up for a second, went down. The bed was rusting just a little line here, so when I opened it up, it was just packed full of dirt in there. I want to say it was a bad GM flaw. I see a lot of these models do that. But I welded it all in. I do have pics and videos of that if you guys ever want to see that. And I bought these damn flares from Bushwhacker. Like, check this out. This fits pretty good on the front. No gaps. And if you guys got this truck or anybody wanting flares for their truck, I'm not gonna say Bushwhacker is the way to go because they didn't help me out or not a lot at all. But this fits great. This fits great. And honestly, I don't even know if this is the right one for this truck. I think this thing's supposed to come all the way down. But it fits good. A little bit out on this one, but it's tight. Now let me show you the back. So yeah, I did both sides and the whole bed's primered in epoxy black, but check this out. That's crap. I fought with Bushwhacker customer care and everybody for weeks. They were like, oh, it's the right part number, it's the right truck. This is not right. I have a big gap on each side on the inners from where you can see that. Look at that. It's more than my thumb. Like same thing probably on this side. Yep. And what do I do? Like, cause I can't come any further. Then I'll hit my fuel gauge. I think they sold me the wrong kit. I spent a lot of money for the kit. Look at this. It does not match up anywhere on the back. And that's kind of holding me up. I was wanting to have this truck already painted. So I got so frustrated with that, I put it on hold. And I don't know, I'm gonna figure out something or just take them back off. But that's one of my projects. I got a mess out here because of this. This is usually all picked up clean. This is another project. Still need to finish the T-top and put it on this boat. This boat, I got this boat really cheap, y'all. Had a 250 Yami on it. Got it home, fired it up the next day. I didn't even know if it run. But this boat did not look like this. It was trashed. It was sun faded, trashed. I stripped the whole boat. Took me a year and a half. Sanding. I spent my whole year and a half life sanding on this. It's a little dirty and salty. When you can see the salt built up on it, but it's epoxy. It's very shiny. It always comes clean. Stripped the motor, built the seating platform, had the upholstery done. Everything, every hole, everything was filled, every crack. I got pictures and videos of this thing if you guys are interested. All the work we done. It's a little dirty from the leaves, but it's an unfinished project. It's always a project. But if you own a boat, it's a never finished project. I don't care if you buy a new boat. But another projects. Taking a little break. Here with Cali girl. This is my Cali. She's my pain in the butt dog. Love her to death. She is a pain in my butt. We adopted her right when we bought this house 4 years ago. So I'm in the Florida Keys, y'all. I've been down here quite a bit. Born and raised outside of Memphis, Tennessee, on the state line in the Mississippi side. My wife's from Missouri, up in the Ozarks. I met her up there. We came down here on a little adventure together, let's say 11 years ago. And been here ever since. We love it. It's kind of peaceful for the most part. It gets hectic with tourism, but we try to avoid it and just go out on our boat on the weekends and enjoy it. But I haven't had a project car in a while, and I kind of need it. All I've been doing is working on the boat or this house and doing things around here, doing things how I want to. I needed something different. Almost ended up with a Plymouth, old like 48 Plymouth Deluxe. It's like, oh, I'm gonna get this thing. It's got a solid body, bag it, put some kind of cool engine, maybe LS or something. Have fun, maybe flip it. But ended up with this Mustang. Always wanted one when I was a kid. Got one. Never wanted a convertible. I'm kind of liking the idea of it. Seems fun, fitting for the Florida Keys. I'm definitely gonna put some kind of headache car or something on it. And for the most part, I'm gonna keep it just an upgraded stock car. Daily drive it. I do want it nice, almost pristine as I can. I can show you guys what I can do with paint and body. We might put some Ford graphics on it. I ain't gonna go nothing crazy like no flames or anything. Do something cool. Nice cool colors. Change it. I want to make it my car. I don't want it a factory stock cars. I'm not too fond of the old colors. I get it. I like factory colors on some vehicles and stuff, but this car, I just want to kind of make it look fun, feel good about it, enjoy it, drive it, show it off a little bit. Man, I've been in automotive stuff for my whole life. I got pictures of me as a baby sitting on carburetors when I was 2 years old, taking them apart when I was probably 4. Just dad give me a screwdriver, here's an old carburetor, you can play with it. Didn't know what I was doing, but as I got older, I eventually learned from my father and other people, and it was pretty nice. I grew up with a nice shop. Dad had a big, nice shop, built it, and he always had hot rods. I got pictures of me in different hot rods all my life. And he did automotive paint and body, also built engines, and he was more on the restore side, and he'd even chop some tops every now and then and stuff like that. So I got into a lot of that with a lot of friends and my dad, and been doing it ever since. He don't mess with it too much anymore. He's kind of old and retired and just chills. But I like doing it, and this is a fun little project. I like that it's a pretty simple car. And there's so many parts out there, aftermarket available or originals, and you just look on Marketplace and there's a ton of Fox Body parts. I mean, it's kind of a good find and a good project for me, because I got a lot going on, and this one is a lot of work, but we can do it. I can do it. We'll get it did. It'll be a nice car. I'm gonna continue with the body work. I did find a frame shop, Miami. It's called Miami Frameworks. This guy's like, man, bring it to me 2K. I'll put it on a frame machine, make sure everything's straight. I don't really see the subframe bent under there. I see some parts of the body itself, not the main frame supports, a little bent and here and there, but I don't really know. You know, I live in the Keys. We don't have anything flat to measure on, and so it's a little difficult for me. You are needy. So $2 grand for him to cut the panel and put it on a free machine and put a new panel on. That may be what I do in the future. Instead of me doing this myself, I can make more time for other things going on and projects. When I get the car back, I'll prime it, start working on the rest of the body, making sure all the body lines are good, and then eventually I do want to drive it, kind of play with it, but I'm probably gonna pull the engine, clean up the engine bay. I might shave some. I'm not gonna go too crazy, but I want to clean engine bay, start putting on newer parts in, and I just want everything to be clean, because the whole front end, I'm probably going to go through that, the whole K-member, everything, and then go through the rear end, probably upgrade to the five lugs and disc brakes and everything. Seems like the better route. I want a good ride, I want a solid car. Go through the engine just a little bit. You know, I don't know if I'm gonna go through too much crazy stuff, changing pistons and rods and all that, but I might go through the upper. Definitely want new seals and gaskets, you know. And if I got a rear main leak, I don't know yet. I degreased it. I haven't seen any major leaks, but it ain't ran much, you know, just here in the driveway. So if we ended up with some kind of rear main, yeah, we're gonna pull it and just go through the whole engine. But try to keep it mostly stock. I may upgrade the heads a little bit, but stock heads, you know. I'm not gonna go too crazy with this car. Just drive it and have fun and make it a clean, fun car, you know. I'm not trying to run track or anything. Just have a fun car to drive. But it's something I enjoy. I'm happy to get back into it. Last truck I had was a rust bucket. You know, salt, man, the salt environment here is harsh on old cars. So I had a 68 Chevy K10, 350 stroker. Like, it was a sweet truck, but it needed a lot of work, a lot of rust. Everything on the truck was rusted, every corner, everything. But she was beefy and fun. I don't have that much time, and a shop and equipment I would need to start making panels and stuff. I'm just not in the right environment. So that's not what I want to do. You know, this is more of a quicker, easier challenge. It is a challenge. I'm not saying it's going to be quicker or easier, but a lot quicker and easier than a 68 Chevy that's completely rusted out everywhere. Been a cool truck. I sold it to another guy. He came up and got it and took it up to Orlando, somewhere up that way. So who knows what he did with it. But anyways, I got a new project, and I think this one is going to probably be a keeper. It's probably going to have a hard time getting rid of something that I completely go through. Just like the boat, you know, it's like, I spent all this time and money on this boat. I can make a lot of money off of it right now. I put a lot of time and effort in that boat. It's hard to just let it go, you know what I mean? I think eventually with that boat, I'm just gonna get rid of the 2-stroke and put a brand new 4-stroke on it and have a clean, nice boat, you know, that's economically good. The 2-strokes down here are just, for something that big, it's not economically good for us. I mean, fuel is expensive on the waters. Fuel is expensive by land, especially Rec 90, and you know, that 2-stroke just eats it. So we don't go too far with that boat. So we do enjoy it though. We go to some sandbars that are local and stuff. We have a good time. We'll try to get some videos and some pictures of that kind of stuff for you. But it's a good life down here. It stays sunny all the time. We do get, you know, you got to deal with your hurricanes and storms and all that stuff, but at least we get an advance warning, and I'm not dealing with tornadoes like I used to, and you just never know when those things are going to come, and I'm glad to be down here. But guys, thanks for watching. We're going to get back on this Mustang here in just a minute. I'm just taking a little hydration break, cool off, and I think I'm going to start working on the body. Happy Easter, everybody. Easter Sunday, back at it after a little break. All right, this is what I'm trying to figure out. You know, I just took a bunch of measurements under the frame to the rear end and different spots, and they're all matching up consistently underneath. It doesn't look like anything structurally is bent underneath on the subframe that I can see. It looks like when this thing got smashed, it probably shifted it that way a little bit. So that's what I'm running into right now. As you can see, like, this looks like crap, but I'm pretty close to my body line here. And you can see, like, that's pretty consistent, and that's pretty consistent, and that's consistent on this truck. All the way consistent until you get right here on this edge. Isn't that crazy? Alright. So I'm thinking this thing, when it got hit, it actually shifted this down a little bit. Enough that you can't see. And it also caused it to keep right there. That's what I'm seeing. Tell me wrong if you think I'm different. I don't think so. But looking in here, you know, I mean, measuring out, I'm actually a little bit too far in some areas towards the back. So I overstretched a little bit. It's fine. It doesn't really matter at this point because it's going to get chopped. But I think what's going on with that front not lining up, because I've been looking all in here, there's nothing structurally bent in here. This is a little rusty. That's one of the biggest things I found in here rust wise. I didn't think there was any until I saw this, but I'll just cut one out when I go get this other panel, this quarter. I'll have them cut me one of those and we'll work that in unless I get this other guy to do it. This is what I see looking across the back here. See that dent? This thing crinkled that way. It's straight, but it does got some crinkles in it. I don't see it too much over there anywhere. All that looks fairly straight. It looks real good actually. No crinkles across this. I think if I pull back to the right and bang this out back straight, maybe I'll gain some on this trunk lid, because this is definitely all upper from what I see. And I may have to pull somehow back in here up high back to gain a little bit more, but a little bit at a time, that's all we can do. I'm gonna try to get on it. What a mess, what a mess. And it's a little after 4, Easter Sunday. I think I'm wrapping it up for the day. I've been hammering on this thing. Am I getting anywhere? I don't know. It's just, I haven't got a lot of time into the body today, but I did work on it a little bit, we'll see. I just fired her right up. Seems like the more she runs, the better she is. She just probably needs to run and fuel treatment through it. We'll see. I'm gonna call it quit. Y'all have a happy Easter. Enjoy your families.